right, shalom, shalom. Like to say all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakam Kadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of great millstone. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching the truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, it's Tali y'all coming back once again inside uh camp due to, you know, I blew out my knee where I can't be on long story short, can't defend myself out there, you know, and I can't stand up for, you know, long periods of time. But Lord's will, hopefully, you know, he get me back right. And hopefully I'll be back out there sooner rather than later, you know. But let's get into this, you know. You see the title, East Pride's gonna gets them annihilated. All right. And man, it's just been like since those verdicts, man. And, hey, we right there. We right there where it says Revelations 12 and 12, right? Because everything that these people are saying online, oh man, it's a shit show online. And it's just rage that they losing, man. They lost already. Okay. You got a Taco as their head, okay? It's not looking good for him, man. It's not looking good at all. Okay. Esau Edom is on the outs. He's on the way out. Clear as day. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Okay. Give me a second. Yeah, so he's about to be stepped on. All right. And he has no idea, right? Because the Lord blinded him, right? He put the blinders on E, he put him in a trick bag. And what we're starting to see is, all right, sorry about that. But yeah, he's in a trick bag. He don't know what about to happen to him. He's far gone, man. Far gone. You know, and it's just looking at online, like any black person that says anything about said verdicts, uh, you know, Carmelo Anthony and the Asian dude Rick, can't remember his last name, but he shot the young man in his back for acting crazy in the store, you know, sticking shit in his pockets and then walking out the store, right? And he got for it, all right. But you got these crackers online, man. It's just one insult after another, and it has everything to do with their system, right? They wanna blame us for you know you know living off the means that they provide, right? It's just amazing. Every black person's on welfare, and it's already been stated that only 13% of black people are on welfare, while 22% of white people are on welfare. They're getting snapped. So it's less black people getting snapped and more white people getting snapped. But in their delusional head, you know how that goes. Because we have the brown skin, you know, we gotta obey them. We gotta be lesser than them because that's what white superiority breeds. It breeds in their intellect. Okay, that they better than us and they're not doing anything to make themselves live up to that standard. Okay, where everything's a black person's lazy, a black person. We tired of that shit, man. We already know what's going to happen to you, E, and we already know who you are. Okay, so there's no more mixing words. Okay, we already know what we are. Okay, and that's why we've been telling these Israelites time and time again, don't get caught in that bullshit, man. So what? I call you a nigga. Their end is devastating. It's not even going to make sense how bad they're going to be down and out. But it does make sense to the men of the Lord. We know why they're going to be treated down and out. But to them, it doesn't make any sense. They can't figure it out for the life of them. Just like you see Donald Trump over there with the Iran deal. Before long, it is going to be a nuclear missile launched over there. Okay, why? Because the scriptures say so. All right. And we know that Esau is on his last leg, man, because everything is fizzling out. And I was watching this brother from the head brother from the GMS Kansas City camp, you know, shalom to that brother. And, you know, he says some real things, man, about the coming perils. All right. Esau act like he ain't gonna be sitting in them with us. Okay. They're not super elite. The Edomites that's on the coming board every day in, day out, saying stupid, absurd shit. You're not going down in the hole to hide with the elites. Okay, you're a nigga, just like the rest of us. Okay, you don't have trillions of dollars. You don't have millions of dollars. You don't have thousands of dollars. Okay, so to you Edomites, all right, that pride is going to get you annihilated. Let's grab some scriptures. This is Revelation 12 and 12, right? And it says, therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who live in the heavens rejoice, right? But terror will come on the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you in great anger, knowing that he has that, knowing that he has little time. All right, Salaki for that. Eyes are going crazy now. But yeah. So this is why we get the uptick in the racial slurs. It's the 1960s. You know, we're not even going to pay attention to it, man. To be truthfully frank, those things don't agitate us. That was the part of the old plan. Okay, we know the plan now. We know who the enemy is, and that's why we choose to stay far from thee. Okay, we don't want to be around you, Edom. And we keep on saying the same thing, and you keep on approaching. So we know what's coming next. It's going to be that race riot. It's coming. Okay, a civil war slash race riot is on the move here in Babylon the Great. Okay, and just like the Lord said, kind of like jumping all over the place, but I want to get this in Second Ezra 8, because the wise is going to do this, man. They're going to measure the time. All right, they're gonna see what's going on. They're gonna apply themselves to stay locked in and tapped into the faith, man. Right? We probably say the same thing week in and week out, but hey, that's what the Lord want us to do. All right, and that's what the spirits want us to do. Is push the same thing week in and week out. All right, MOTB is pertinent. Right, Matthew 24 is pertinent. The things that's going on over there in the Middle East is pertinent to what's going on uh, 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 in the changing of the guard, so to speak. Okay, second Ezra's 15, no 8, 12. So in the around the 60th verse. Uh, this when I start at 60, it's talking about the
They which
nation
he
of
created have defiled the name of him that made them.
Lucky. That's talking about the Israelites. Okay. It says, but they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. And therefore is my judgment now at hand. Right. So we went through our thing, right? We fell away, all right, going off in every type of way. And this is what it has brought us to, is it brought us here, okay? After slavery, it brought us to the main part of the story, which is Babylon the Great and the destruction of it, all right? And this is where uh, the large majority of Israelites are here in Babylon the Great, waiting for deliverance and chatting down this place, man, okay? So the Lord got two things working at one time, man. Working on our salvation and working on the destruction of this queendom here. Okay. Verse 61. And therefore is my judgment now at hand. These things have I not shown unto all men, but unto thee, and few like thee. Then answered I and said, Behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times, but at what time thou hast not showed, right? But that was then, and now this is now. Okay. So upon arriving now, right, the times have been shown to us via, by the words that was written by some men's own hands from back in the day to right now, those men are reading. Okay. And when we read it, it makes us move in the direction of where the Lord told us to be, is to seek him. Let's get that. All right, it's Baruch 4 and 28. It says, For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so began being returned, seek him 10 times more. Okay, so we went astray, like I said, we went off, now we back, and we on the job uh, more than ever now. All right, because we see what's happening. We see the prophecies coming to play. We see things getting played out, and we see in the downfall of Edom themselves, man. Okay, because now these other nations, right, the bills and stuff that they have going on in the background. Plus, we already know what you're trying to do here. You're trying to do something with the 14th Amendment over here in Babylon the Great to try to change, Jake back into slaves, hardcore slaves, man. Okay, I don't know how you think that's going to happen because you're not mighty. You're done. Okay, the only way where the only place where you're mighty at is up here in your own head. All right. And it's not going to end good. This is what the Lord has did to you, man. All right. You're not right in any type of way, shape, form, or fashion, man. Just gone. And that's all right. Because we don't want you around us anyways. This is Job 12 and 16. It says, with him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his, right? So that's where real strength and wisdom come from. It comes from the Most High. It comes from the Most High. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And see, he think you're gonna do it by your own arm. And it's already scriptures written on that, man. Okay. And 2/3 of you niggas, you think you're gonna do it by your own arm. And it's already scriptures written on that. You're getting ready to be dealt with on a severe scale, man. Okay. When you look at all the things that he bad, let's go, man. Let me go. Let me go. This. Hey, let's just get As Proverbs 16 and 18 says, pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. Right? And when you look at what's going on, that's all he got now. It's just pride, man. All right. He's trying to move a crowd on a credit of what he used to do, of what he did. Okay? And it's befuddling to them why nobody's not up and scared of him. Okay. And the man out there on the highways and the byways has been telling you, man, that your day was coming when you're not gonna be the hunk, you're not gonna be the bad to the bone man no more. You corny. You played out. It's done. Okay. Even you keyboard warriors typing on the keyboards. Okay. You think that you're doing something. Well, you're not even showing your face. And half of you male Edomites, y'all are females. Okay. Bitch made. You're not gonna do shit anyways. Okay. The only way you do shit is if the rest of the vultures was there, the rest of the gang. Okay. Because you ain't tough. You ain't got it in you. That's how we know you're not the people. That's how you know that we know that you was all serfs. Okay, when you go back to that red shield, okay. Red shield means peasant. Okay. A Rothschild means peasant. Okay. So it's over for It's over. I don't even know why you're trying to put up the fight, but I do know because your final destruction is coming by way of nuclear destruction and ass kickings by angels. Okay, you want Jake to stay in line. Okay, 2/3 of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans they need to be annihilated because their ears are stopped up. They can't hear. Okay, but that still doesn't mean that you get off the hook. Eat them. All right, the so-called white man. All right, that's who you are. Esau, Edom, and you're not ever going to get off the hook. Okay, you're slated for ultimate destruction. All right, because your pride is way in front of you, man. And then you keep on, man. The Lord don't like you, man. He don't like you. He said it. He don't like you. Let me see. Yeah, villain, villain, villain. I can't even spell the word. I can spell it, but villain, villain, villain. Yep, they speak villainly. That's what I'm looking for. Give me a second. I know it's in here. They speak villainly. Salaki. Yep. Isaiah 32 and 7. No, that's not it. I read it in the NLT. This is Isaiah 32:7. It says, "The smooth tricks of scoundrels are evil. They plot crooked schemes. They lie to convict the poor, even when the cause of the poor is just." So you're getting lined up for that, Okay. The Lord is going to do something to you for doing this to the poor. And it also says that you seek to hurt. Let me see. There's a lot of things on your tab, man, that you have to pay for. All right. And within that payment, you're going into slavery and then you're going into complete annihilation. All right. The talking, the mouths of the wicked must be stopped. All right. All that. Because it's go time. All right. And I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing you, you're not going to like the final outcome. We got what, uh, 4 weeks, something like that, to the 4th of July. And after that, I think it's all downhill after that. Okay. And that's just me speaking as a man, you know. Let me see. 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. 13 days away. Then after that, that 13 days away, you know, they're talking about the oil reserves will be completely bone dry. All right. They're talking about right now, they're talking about food pantries being empty the week after the 4th of July, not returning. Okay. It seems like the system is going to crash. And I think that, just speaking as a man, but the spirit, is it's hard pressing, man. About this, this is the time. All right, this is the time that is going to be the time of Jacob's trouble, right? But getting back to E's funky butt, okay, he's not going to make it. All right, he let's get it back. Crazy people, man, and they won't stop. The thing of it is, they online, man, is just one assault after another, and then we oh my God, we somehow became the villains on some level. I don't know how, but we're what did that person say online? We're always blaming the white man. Who else are we gonna? It's not about blaming. It's the system that you have in place. See, it's not about blame. It's about what was set up, and everything is running off of what you set up. Okay, if you set up a system for blacks to lose and they continue to lose, why are you mad at them? Because you set up the system for them to lose. And that's what we keep on getting online. You don't got no jobs. Why? Because we already know they don't want you to have a job. All right. We know that they push applications right into the rubbish. It doesn't matter to them. All right. But then they'll tell you you need to get a job. You can't win with this dummy. All right. But I was going to Psalms 2. He wants you to have a job. He wants you to listen to him. He don't want you to listen to him. He wants you to. It's just like in that movie, 7 Years a Slave. How he told him how he wanted the 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 walls put up, and the dude did it correctly as the dude said. And he came back and tried to fucking whip him with a fucking whip because it's not done to his liking when he's the one that ordered the liking. You see what I'm saying? So these people are kind of like blacks, man. They out of here, right? This is Psalms 2. It says, "Why are the nations so angry? Why do they waste their times with futile plans?" Right? So this is where they angry, man. Okay, the heathen Esau. Why? Because they know that the Lord of hosts, all right, Yahweh, and his only begotten son Yahweh Shai is on the way, man, to clean up this fucking mess that you made. And it takes black men, all right, to come from on high to clean up the pigsty of the earth that Esau made. Okay. And the Lord ain't too happy with that. Okay. He ain't happy with that at all. You know? Okay. And you coon Israelites, man, y'all better unplug your ears, man. Okay. You talking about some 4th of July celebration and you're in America. You better stop with that shit, man. As soon as the lights go out, you're gonna see how American you are. Okay. And you're gonna be Swiss cheese. Okay. Not American cheese, Swiss cheese. Okay, filled up with holes. All right. That's what they think about you. Okay. You can't get down on 18, man. All right. So coons stop placating to be accepted by Edom. They're not going to accept you. Let them perish. That's your best bet. All right. But the downfall of Edom is this, man. It's no stopping. Okay. We know what you're up to. The world knows what you're up to. Everybody knows. All right. And the Lord has lifted up your skirt, so to speak. Let's get that in Isaiah 47, right? So what's everybody doing? Everybody's waiting. Everybody's holding, holding to let no missiles go on this bitch, Babylon. Okay, as I see it. What else is there? You're not making no more money. That's bullshit. Okay. People with healthcare, you better use it in a wise way because now even the doctors are trying to kill you. Okay. It ain't much left. This ain't living, obviously. There ain't nothing going on here, man. So that's how you know it's time for the final countdown, the final curtain, okay, and the sweep up with the prism of destruction. That's what's left of this place, okay? That's what's going to happen, right? It's Isaiah 47:1 says, "Come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, or daughter of the Chaldeans, for there thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." And that's happening right now. Okay. But all these other, what are they, G7? I think it's G7. G7 countries, they despise America, man. Despise it. Or not the place, okay? The the administration. Okay. They hate the administration of America. They're gonna get at it, man. They're gonna gut it the best way they can by the thermal nuclear missiles. That's what's gonna happen. All right. And like I said, everybody's watching. Everybody's paying attention now. Okay. So we know how dirty this place is. Why? Because of the Epstein list, uh, movie stars, uh, telling it all, eating babies, drinking adrenochrome, raping kids. Worst nation ever. Okay. Babylon the Great. It says, "Take the millstone and grind mill, uncover the locks, make bare the legs, uncover the thighs, pass over the rivers." Right? Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Right? And your shame has been uncovered. All the things that I just named. Okay. But you got a regular average Joe pack, 6-pack, Edomite walking around thinking they're the greatest. For doing what? Oh, for destruction. Yeah, you're the border of wickedness. That's what you are. Okay. So yeah, nobody's greater than the killing machine himself. Esau, Edom. Okay. Your feet run the blood. You always in somebody else's business. Okay. And then you have the nerve to sit there and be proud. If man, on one of the comments, this is a full blown racist, right? Talking on the comment board. And I go on the page to look like and to see what is this person doing with his everyday life. This motherfucker's talking shit about people, right? And then online, you got somebody throwing a dog away, you know, treating a stray dog situation. And he has the nerve to say people like that need to go to hell, which we know that ain't the place, but the way that his mind works, he passes judgment on a man mistreating a dog while they mistreating people. Not a good look. It's just over. It's over. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, this 4 and 47, his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. All right, that's Edom, right? So-called white man. But thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms, right? You're not dainty no more. You stink. All right, you've been ran through too much. Okay, you like the bar slut. Nobody wants to touch. Okay. It says, I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient, as thou very heavily laid thy yoke. All right, so you got a lot to pay for it, Edom. And that's what that was saying, right? Along the lines of you enslaving, all right, the ancestors to the point of even it being to this day, all right, people still in slave mode, right? Because you didn't correct us, you didn't give us our just due, all right? And you're gonna pay for that, okay? Give me 1 second. Screaming and shit. Yeah. So that's what you're gonna pay for. You're gonna pay for that in itself. All right. And we already know what's going. See, this is why we do these epistles, right? Because in the end, we're telling our people you need to repeat the 2/3 of our people. All right. But we're telling 2/3 of our people that they're gonna perish, and the hopeful elect need to repent in order to be redeemed and brought back in the kingdom of heaven in your right mind, the right way. And 2/3 are going to be delivered in the kingdom of heaven through birth. Okay. But the elect is going to be delivered through chariots. It says in what is that? Verse 6, I was verse 7, that's where I was at. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. All right. So, like I said, they hurting, they doing the most, they killing, they maiming people, okay, they dropping bombs on people, they doing the most terrible things possible to people. And they think they're gonna walk in to kingdom of heaven. All right. Woo. We just made it. Woo. That was hard. Give me a high five, fellas. No, no, man. You're not, no, no, man. It took a lot for us to get to the top. made it from the bottom to the top. Okay, that's what Jake is doing now. All the curses are falling back on Edom. All right, when you look at it, okay, and this is biblically saying. This is not me saying it. All right, biblically, the Bible is telling Edom that the heavy charge, all right, is about to be paid off. Okay? And it's with your blood. Nahum 3. All right. I'll get that in a minute. It says, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in their heart, I am, and none else besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. And you do, and you will. Okay, like one black dude on Instagram, he was like, send your fucking kids over there. Black people are not fighting in this fucking war. That's what he was saying. Although we know that's not true, but he was trying to make a statement like, you started this shit, now finish it with your offspring. Don't call my offspring no bad. All right, and that's what the Jake was saying. But in the scriptures, it says the same thing that we're not gonna get down with your cause for what? We're gonna sit by, just like the Lord said, and patiently wait on Him, like it says, right? It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness," right? Verse 9. I jumped down to 10 too fast. It says, "But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day: the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantments." All right. And white people are not having kids. Okay. When you look at it, it's more uh, ethnic babies coming out of white women. All right. More than ever. All right. Because your woman has figured out that you are homosexual. So you are straight, supposedly straight males that are Caucasian. Okay. But it's looking like you're not. Right. And the history shows it. You had penis envy when you start, when you see the so-called Israelite men. All right. And that's why you want to chop it off. Okay. So your hate is rage, man. And it comes from that time where you baited yourself out of your own birthright, Esau. Okay. In Genesis. And it's not our fault. The Heavenly Father picked his favorite family, and we, all right, which is Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are those people. All right. Biblically speaking, from the scriptures. Says yep. They shall come upon thee in the perfection for the multitude of their sorcery and for the great abundance of thine enchantment. So you're going to have problems. And these problems are starting to be more apparent. Okay. You can't lie anymore. People are not listening to you. You can't be diplomatic with people across seas anymore. Now you're seeing, you're in full view. Okay. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it rises, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. All right. And this is what's heading this way. All right. Like I said, martial law, I think in July. All right. They're going to give you the freedom of America July 4th, and then lock it down by the end of July. Take your freedom away all the way. Palantir's online. They got drones flying over Compton, California now. It's on. It's on and popping. We in the police state, man. Okay. And you can't. Edom, you just cook all the way. Nobody trusts you. It says, therefore, nope, verse 12, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorcery, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. All right. And, AI videos and bullshit, look, it's not going to help them out because their whole thing with the AI videos is putting people in places where they were never at and then hauling you off to jail. Hey, the hand of the Lord is going to be over the prophets, man. Okay, those determined men to deliver them out of trouble. All right, and some might get caught, but hey, ultimately, if they get caught, they won. Okay, there's no two-time losing for Israel, only for Edom. All right, if you was pushing the word continuously, all right, and you perish in a day of adversity when the sudden flood comes in, all right, if you perish, hey, the Lord, He wrote that in your story, man. But you'll get off them chariots on the other side. You see? So we winning, man. Either way you look at it. Jake is up, man. Esau is down. Okay. Verse 14 says, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame, they shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before. Thus shall they be on to thee with whom thou hast labored, right? Even the merchants from thy youth. They shall wander everyone to his quarters, none shall save thee, right? So all the business that Edom did, and look, all these people are going to flee away, and they're going to leave you here by yourself soaking. China don't give a shit about your debt. All right, they started selling that shit last year. It's where are the brains of Americans? Oh, I know what it is. To it. This is what happened to it. Thus said the Holy Scriptures. Hmm? Give me 1 second. I haven't looked up this scripture in Iman. Yep, Jeremiah 49:7. And I ain't read that in a while. 49:7. It says concerning Edom. I'm reading in NLT. It says this message was given concerning Edom. This is what the Lord of heaven, the army says. Is there no wisdom in Teman? Is no one left to give wise counsel? No, there's no one left, right? Because the pride is clogging their brains, man. They think they doing big jobs. And I was sitting, when was it? Last week. It's the reason why Pete Hegseth, he put that speech together from Pulp Fiction. Okay. And it's because they think in a movie type mind. Okay. You heard Donald Trump, what he said. The Iranians are going to come out waving their white flags saying, please, Mr. President, Mr. Trump, don't bomb us. The cuckoo, the Edomite is crazy. Okay, that white privilege is just selfishness. Okay, that's all it is. He'll call the police on you if you having a birthday party with your kids outside because he wasn't invited. He'll say, you know what? They're making too much noise. I want it shut down. That's how they are. Okay, and it's the world oversees it now, and now it's over for you. Okay, it says, turn and flee, hide in deep caves, you people of Edom. For when I bring disaster on Edom, I will punish you too. All right. Those who harvest grapes always leave a few for the poor. If thieves came at night, they would not take everything. All right. But Edom will. All right. But see that process of gleaming, all right, that scripture's talking about, right? The people would take what they need and move on, man. All right. What type of fucking greedy bastard would sit down there? You're one person and you try to pick all the oranges out of the orange tree for yourself. Selfish Edomites. That's who would do that. Okay. That's what the scripture's telling you. Okay. Now this is what the Lord gonna do to you. But I will strip bare the land of Edom, right? There will be no place left to hide. Its children, its brothers, and its neighbors will all be destroyed, and Edom itself will be no more. All right. So this is the annihilation that's coming for you Edomites, man. The Lord didn't had it up to here with you and everybody else on the planet too. Okay. If it wasn't so, why is it written that? Let me get this right here. I think it's Psalms 21. See, 29. Yep, 29, not 21. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So it's not surprising to us, right, that the people are mourning. Okay. And like I said, you Edomites, take yourself on down. Go on down to the capital down there. Go on down, man. Go on down. Get on. Them people is stealing. They is stealing from y'all hardworking white Americans. Yeah, go ahead, go on down and start the ranting in the Raven down there and see what happens. All right, because the ass whooping that's coming is for everybody. Martial law means everybody. Police will quit their job when martial law comes. Okay, firefighters, they don't give a shit about a house burning down when martial law comes. Okay, they're going to use martial law to try to murder all black people. That's what they're going to do. And that's why the angel of the Lord is going to have to step in, man. That's why it says so. All right. And let's go there because the annihilation of you, all right. And this is what we always say, you know, in the Kent all the time, you know, we always said if he can't play, all right, he going to take his ball and go home. And it's the same thing. He's about to be annihilated. So he's doing his worst to try to take down people with him, poison the air, food, water, the mental state of people, putting graphene in them. All right. that turn into nanoparticles, all right, to try to control people through frequency. All right, a bunch of mad fucking scientists running around. These techno geeks. All right, they're trying to transhumanism people. They're trying to put merge man and machine, and it's not going to work out, man. It's not. It can't work like that. If it was going to work like that, the Lord would have made it like that. Okay, there's no such thing as evolution. Okay, what is it's always been, and it's never going to be any different. Okay, here come Edom thinking that he can make a playable character. Transhumanism, a cyborg man. Either the thing is going to be machine or it's going to be human. You can't merge the two. Although it's a fancy dream that you have, okay, Esau, Edom, but it's not going to come to fruition, man. Okay, brain chips. Yeah, it sounds good on paper, but I can guarantee you those people are not going to live long with that bullshit in their fucking head. Like I said, if it was meant to be, it would have been there from the jump. Just like if people were supposed to fly, don't you think we would have feathers? Hmm, makes sense. You see, but Edom is just out of their mind. They're trying to go beyond the measures. They're trying to be like the Most High God, like they said they want to be. And you can't be that. He's perfect in every way. You're not, because you're His creation. He is not your creation. And I think that's what they're trying to get at. They're trying to get at that. You know, people fantasize about the Most High power. All right, and it's up to the person to make God live. No, He's already alive. That's what the book is for. He's telling you that He's already been and He will always be. Okay, out of the scriptures. That's why He's man. It's not confusing, man. This is simple. It's simple. Look right here. I'll get back to them thinking they already won. Say that the word goes out. Salaki. So he's at the end of his rope, man. Isaiah 55 and 11, right on the button. All right. It says, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it." Okay. So the Lord is a living power, man. He's telling you, you can't make this man up in your head. Okay. You can't. He's already been. You're here because he made you. You didn't make him, Edom. So you can't be like him. It- 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 it's not puzzling. It's just retarded. Edom is. They gone, man. Cooked like chicken on the grill. Let me go right here real quick. It's a lucky. Trying to everything changes on your phone every night. Every night they change something. In a second. Enterprise. This is Joel 5 and 12. It says, "He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise." And that's what's going to continue to happen. Okay. Their hands are going to be always stopped. because they have to pay this tab. They can't keep on running on for a long time. It don't work like that. Okay. It stops now. All right. And it's we here. Where else are they going to kick a can down the road? They can't. This is where we keep on saying the MOTB system has to come online because the Bretton Woods Act is over. All right. Paper dollars are no more. All right. The petrodollar is belly up. All right. This is what the Straits of Hormuz thing is about. Okay. If they don't get that oil moving, then American dollar is gonna it's just gonna tank, man. And that's why they all looking sweaty, man. Okay. Every last one of them that get on stage for a press conference. Look at Donald Trump. He don't have the little comb over no more. His hair is all like disastrous looking in the front now. Why? Because it's an omen, man. It's an omen. It's an omen that the things that uh, Americans thought were all right, not all right no more. All right. And this year, right as I speak, it's almost time for what? Summer vacation. What is it? Last Friday was the last day of school. Okay. No trips this year. Okay. Less than zero. All right. I think for Black American Spirit Airline was their way to get away, but they don't want Black people moving around like that. All right. That market crash, that all right, and more to come, man. Jet fuel is expensive. Plane fuel is expensive. You see, and that's how we're gonna phase out that jet setting across the world. All right, because Negroes ain't got that money, right? Not to be doing that, and you stupid bird brain broads, y'all didn't have that money, but as long as it was you know a rod to suck, y'all had y'all little rent money or whatever. But nowadays it's getting grim. Dude ain't even falling for that no more because the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Okay, a dude is getting prepared for you know what he has to do mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right, leaving you bird brain broads out to dry. Okay, you're gonna be left just like Lot's wife. Majority of the women here in Babylon the Great, you're not gonna make it. All right, Salaki. So let's go to like I said, Job. I read that. But read down some more. Salaki. Job 5 and 12, right? The end of this man's rulership says he traps the wise in their own cleverness. NLT, that's what I'm reading. So their cunning schemes are thwarted, right? And we already seen it, right? Was it this dude keeps on trying to pass legislation for uh what is it? His family not to be persecuted in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It's not working. Supreme Court keeps on passing on that bullshit. So none of these tricks that Edom used before, they're working. They're not working anymore. All right. Was that Isaiah 10? That's what it is. Yeah, his day is done. Isaiah 10. This is what he used to do. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, right? And like I said, none of this stuff is working. I want to see what's going to happen when they try to remove the 14th Amendment. It's not. That's when the race war is going to start. It's not going to be like they thought it was. They thinking about bringing out fire trucks and spraying down people. You got to remember, it's black firemen now. You see, it's just Esau's thinking is crazy. And when this man gets in a panic, what's the first thing he do? Murder, murder, kill everything, and hide the bodies. We had a glimpse of that. What was it? Last week, I believe it was an incident at a pond where one Edomite tried to kill another Edomite in plain view of a camera and several other people looking, just because the Edom, the crippled Edomite got smart with the old Edomite, and the dude literally tried to drown him in the lake in front of everybody. And this is his MO. Okay. Even online, they bug out like they the ones that chip out, man. All you gotta do is stay cool, man, and get out of their way, cause they got mental problems, man. All right, Edom ain't rap too tight. They fucked up because they killing machines. That's the only thing they know. So we know about your plans and what you think and how you feel, and it's just not feasible for us anymore to worry about that shit. Okay, and a lot of y'all are cashing checks that your ass can't cash anyways, and we seeing it all online. You getting the sonic rings knocked out of you. Okay, so stop. All right, you can do the keyboard warrior thing all you want to, but don't. Just like Godfrey, he got a yeah, I'm hold it out, but read a couple more scriptures, but he got the leave black people alone. uh I don't know, it's not a podcast, but it's a section of his podcast that he likes to bring out, you know. But this is it for Edom, man. We know, we know what you've been up to. We know about you blocking out sun rays, uh melanin deficiency, all right, vitamin D deficiency. That's what you're trying to uh create for people of color, all right, but it's not going to work. All right, the Lord is doing marvelous works in front of your eyes, man. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that none of them has ever read the scriptures, but it's let me see. uh let me see if I can find it. When they tried to take hold of them, and that's what exactly is going to happen now. So East pride is going to get them annihilated, and it's going to be on our side anyways, because the annihilation is going to come from on high. So the more you try to inflict pain on us, the more the Lord's going to get down on you. Let me see if this is the right one. Can't find it. But that's the stuff that the Lord used to do. He used to disappear when you know people used to try to come and grab him. I'm looking. Where is that at? 7. No, no, no. Wife in heaven. I think it's in this chapter right here, if I'm not mistaken. Matthew's to it. But these are the type of miracles that's going to happen. E, on the other hand, he don't get no miracles. He's just going to get a swift ass whooping. That's it. Okay. There's many, many scriptures on it. Okay. And I'm going to bring out some of them after I get this right here. What is it? Matthew's 22 and 30. Let's see if this is it. Yep, yep. All right. 34. Matthew 22 and 34. This is after the fact of them trying to get them caught up. Okay. They were mad because Yahweh Shai was stealing the sauce from them, man. They didn't have it no more. They didn't have the juice. Okay. This Matthew 22 and 34 says, but when the Pharisees heard that he had silenced the Sadducees, which is replied, they met together to question him again. One of them, an expert in religious law, tried to trap him with this question. Teacher, which is the most important commandment in the law of Moses? And Yahushua replied, you must love the Lord your power with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. The second is equally important, right? I think this is it. Love your neighbor as yourself. The entire law and all the demands of the prophets are based on these two commandments. Then, surrounded by the Pharisees, Yahushua asked them a question. What do you think about the Messiah? Whose son is he? They replied, he is the son of David. And we deal with these type of niggas still to this day. They didn't go nowhere. They still here. Okay. It said, yeah. Then Yahushua responded, then why does David speak under the inspiration of the spirit called the Messiah? My Lord, for David said, the Lord said to my Lord, sit in thy place of honor at my right hand until I humble your enemies beneath your feet. Since David called the Messiah my Lord, how can the Messiah be his son? No one could answer him. And after that, no one dared to ask him any more questions. That's not it. That wasn't it. Well, I'll do a lesson on it. But yeah, so that's where they get it confused. Esau, Edom. All right. Their wrongdoings against us is going to bring them a whole heap of trouble. And it has. It already has. They already found with, let's see, they already broke this law. If a man be found, this is Exodus 21 and 16, it says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And that's what we getting ready to see. All right. You've been found with us in your hand still. All right. And the reason why we're still in your hand is because you agree. You never set us right. You never look, the scriptures even say when you have a slave, after you finish with his service, you're supposed to set him up so he can go forward on his own. You never did that. And then you want to say all of us are bums. All of us are jobless. All of us have balance, history of balance. You did these things. You set that up. and it's still playing. This is what you wanted. You pressed the on button and you never flipped it off. And now you're mad that the machine keeps on going and producing these effects that you set up. Now, do you see why we keep on blaming the so-called white man? Because we can't never turn off the machine because it's a trap. You set the trap and you never turned it off. So the trap is producing what you see, and it's all by your design. Your pride is too high, and now you're gonna come crashing down. You set this up. You set up everything. All right. We were civilized already. We already knew what to do. But since you want to construct this little pseudo heaven that you wanted, the Lord deemed it so. And when he deemed it so, no, right? You didn't do this by yourself. That's all I'm saying. Esau, you never did anything of, on your own, man. Right? And we already know, the Israelites already know, we never did anything on our own. It was all the Lord's power that helped us. Okay. And be grateful for that. But you, on the other hand, you not grateful. And you gonna get your ass kicked. Sorry. That's it. That's how it ends. Okay. Let me grab this and then that'll be it. And these are the secrets of the scriptures. It's Matthew's 24 and 4 NIV. And it says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Right? And so we know that the staff of wickedness have been broken. All right. So your enchantments that you used to throw out, all the it's not working no more. Okay. People that's locked in, people that's filled with the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we not biting. Okay. It says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in the first places. Right? And it's on and popping around the world, man. Just, I just seen a European country out of food altogether. No beef, no chicken. And the lady was saying at the grocery store there is no acceptable size for even skeletal meal. You know, I guess that's like rice and vegetables or rice and bread or something just to put in your stomach. Even though it's not what you're seeking. All right, so that's going on all over. Um, the Lord's saving the best for last. Babylon the Great, the day after. We gonna see. We gonna see. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And that's the prophets. But the point that I wanted was up here in 14. And it says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Right? And that's what we're watching. All right. It's going to be the same thing week in and week out. All right. The shit that's going on over there in Iran, the the pestilence that's on forth and coming here to Babylon the Great, whether it's food, you got these ticks running rampant, you got viruses popping up because of punk labs and shit. All right, that's here in modern neighborhoods in America. Okay, so it's no more. All right, what time we're in and what's about to happen to said players, the major players, are Israelites, Edomites. Israelites are going to be lifted, thus said the scriptures, and the Edomites are going to be put down, all right, out of their misery and go into slavery for about 1,000 years till we can get the kingdom up and running and then dash them to pieces. All right, that's what's going to happen to them. We'll go ahead a second. What was it? Just to end this, second Ezra 6. Let me see. Do I want that one or do I want this one? Let me see. It's verse 7, second Ezra 6 and 7. It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? All right. And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, and when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, right? For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we already won, all right? And you damn crackers, man. Just sit down and get ready to be taken taken out of style, all right? And you never had style anyways, but get ready to get taken down off the throne, all right? The Lord of hosts, it is son Yahweh Shai, all right, Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shai. They're gonna put an end to this mess you made, Edom. So come on with it, because it's time to go, you know. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Lakah, Kadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Shalom.